guys! So I drew the same thing for 7 days. Well, technically 8 days, but that's another story. I'll get to that just now. So, why? Because of the idea that I've been watching so many of these art videos, and they all say draw the same thing every day. And I was like, I don't think I could do it for 365 days, but I'll make a start. But I drew this girl. She's a little pirate girl, you're gonna see lots of her. I drew her watching her YouTube videos. I didn't record it because I didn't think that this was going to be the drawing that I was going to draw for the next week of my life. But, and then when I did then I was like, I could probably do better if I drew it again. And I drew the second one, which also I didn't record. And then it was at that point I was like, yeah, let's make this a video. Let me record all of the other ones, which I did do that. So I came up with this pirate girl. I drew her in pencil for the most part. I have all of them here. So day one, I don't hate day one. I think day one is pretty cute. I went over in pen. Originally I was wanting to put a parrot on her shoulder because she's a pirate. But then I was like, that's so boring and cliche. So I chose to do rats because rats on ships, and I just thought my rats are really, really cute. So the problems I had with day one was the portions on the feet and stuff and the barrel. The barrel was a nightmare, god. Just wasn't shooting what I wanted. And then in day two, I made the legs way too long. So much too long so that the top of the body didn't fit in the page anymore. And the barrel still isn't an improvement, but the shoes look slightly better. But my favorite rat, which is the rat in her hat, rat in the hat, it couldn't fit. And now it's so sad, which made me want to draw it again. And this is how this started. Day 3, I also just did in pencil. Didn't hate her too much. She came out okay. Her shoulders were really broad, and I realized she wasn't bending enough. Cause her hands here and this arm is just too long. So, yeah. And also her rat is kind of tipping to the side, which I didn't enjoy. But I did remove the rat that was on her shoulder and put it on the ground instead, looking at her shoes. I just felt that was more better. I don't know. Looked better anyway. So day 4, I felt like absolute dog vomit. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to draw. I didn't want to speak. I didn't want to move. But because of this stupid challenge, I got out of bed and drew her. And not only did I draw her, I decided to color her in and pen her. And I used my watercolor pencils. This day, I don't hate the outcome, but I don't like it either. The painting's messy. Her hands are disgusting. That rat in the barrel is questionable. Her other arm is just too long. There was so much wrong with this piece. But I'm just kind of proud of myself that I got up and did something, because I wasn't feeling anything like a human. The barrel looks slightly better. When day 5 came along, I limited the color palette a bit because I decided I really enjoyed painting it. I thought it was really fun. And day 5 is probably one of my favorites. So I limited the color palette to basically just blue and black, and it came out a lot better. The only difference was I made her legs too far apart. It really looks like she's lunging for the barrel, and I didn't like that. And also her shoe is too short. I didn't enjoy that either. And that rat coming out of the barrel just looks like a little fart. So there was just a lot wrong with this one, but I also love it. It's one of my favorites, especially when I went over it again in ballpoint pen to add the shadows and drawing it. It really helped, because for my matric art final I did a bunch of children's book illustrations in this style, and I haven't drawn in it since matric art because I didn't want to touch anything to do with it anymore when I got into digital art. But and this really made me realize why it was so much fun to do it last year. So I'm revisiting this style and going back into watercolor and stuff. So without me doing this challenge, I probably wouldn't have gone back into watercolor. That's good. Anyway, day 6, I decided I didn't want to do the whole big thing, and I also wanted to make her little. I wanted this to look like if she was small, because I didn't feel like drawing a whole ass piece of art. So I did it in ballpoint pen, and I colored it in with highlighter, and I actually didn't hate it. I really liked how it came out. I thought she was kind of cute. And that's what inspired day 7. Because day 7, I wanted to keep this going. I thought the idea of her being a child was a lot more interesting. And I went with the narrative that she's playing in a corn like a wheat field, and that's why she's got so many mice around her, and she's, you know, she's a child playing dress up, and I just thought that was so cute. So day 7 is probably my favorite. I did it on a half piece of paper. Also, I should keep in mind this, all of these are journal pages, and they're not meant to use watercolor, so they're all kind of janky and stuff, but I didn't really care. I really enjoyed day 7. I thought the proportions were right. I felt like her body, it looked like she was standing properly, and I really enjoyed it. It was really cute. The painting's a bit shabby, but I mean, I'm coloring in with these guys and water, and this isn't watercolor paper, so I wasn't too worried about that, but I was just so happy with how she turned out. Now, day 8, which was a bonus day, I really wanted to try and do it digitally, because I had done this whole challenge in traditional art. I really wanted to try and do it in digital art. So that's what I did. I think she came up pretty cute in digital art. It was a lot easier to do the background type of thing, and I think it kind of showed more of a story. I just, you know, like, I think I left out details, like I kind of forgot to give her a chin. I know in the day 7 one I didn't give her a chin either, but you kind of need it. And also, I didn't exactly know where the highlights were supposed to come from. I'm still learning about highlights. I know how to make shadows. Highlights is an issue. But yeah, I had lots of fun doing this. I'm actually really happy with the results. And I was also really happy with the idea that it forced me to draw every day, and that's something I want to do. Because I'm going into acting and stuff, but right now I have like 3 months where I'm doing absolutely nothing. And my backup plan is kind of to go into children's book illustrations if acting doesn't work out. Kind of what it does, but yeah. So it was kind of nice just to draw and love this. And then so then I got a journal full of watercolor paper, and I'm really excited about it. And yeah, I'll do a journal tour on this one when it's done. But it's been allowing me to use watercolors more and stuff. That's why this channel's kind of going into a more arty space. Well, I mean, it was always kind of arty. It's just now that I have time, I really want to hone in my skills and make something, you know, that I'm proud of. If you've made it to this point in the video, thank you for watching and getting here. My name's Jen, if I didn't mention in the beginning, and I post every Thursday at 6 p.m. for South Africans. I don't know what time zone we're in, I don't really. And yeah, like I said, my videos are basically arty themed, and I have fun. And that's all I really care about, is making videos and have fun, because I really enjoy editing them. So if you want to subscribe to see my journey, subscribe. Oh, and leave name suggestions in the comments, because I couldn't name her. I really can't think of a name. I'm thinking of something with a V, like Valerie, but I don't know. I really don't know. Bye!